Welcome to a deep, dark cave. It is known as the Cave of Teeth. A rather infamous cave, honestly, within the lands of Edessa. Rumored, of course, to have been used in who knows what sacrifices during the time of the old gods. And it's an idyllic place for what will happen here. Madeline is, I'm assuming, propped upon a kind of some stones around, I would think. Proper support, despite the fact you are a Canaanite, an undead creature. There are natural maternal instincts that don't die out as quickly as one thinks.
Some might even say that they are reinforced, supported. Well, in Madeline's case, they almost certainly are, given her road. But yes, in this dank, dark cave, Madeline is currently looking like a very, very pregnant woman. Is lying down. She's in pain, but she's all right with that. This is a part of creation that is essential. Pain, giving birth. She is trying to keep control on herself as the pain is intensifying. She is, when we stop to think about it, in this very, very unlikely situation, a child of Cain, a vampire, an undead thing, giving birth. Most Canaanites, I believe, would think this is an impossibility. And yet, it is happening right now, it seems.
Thorvald has been an ever-doting father. He's hoarded Madeline away to safety. He's brought her as much food as he is able, including today's offering, which is the largest. He's made the cave as comfortable as possible. And there are some dimly lit torches that he's put around.
Madeline will have him come to her, hold her hand, as she just looks at him, kisses him. It is time, I believe.
He kisses her hand gently. The body lies close by, ready.
Madeline does have a satchel with her, with some essentials in it. She's looking at that. You can probably tell, like, it's been a couple of days since it's actually been a while since she's fed. She's probably very hungry. But she seems focused on what's about to transpire.
Very much so. Madeline, the cave itself, very cold, very wet place. The birthing pains that happens with, of course, birth itself are becoming very apparent. The pain that you feel is Actually, roll me a stamina roll. Yeah, stamina medicine, if possible. If not, then just straight stamina.
Oh, I do believe that Madeline actually does have, but I am actually in doubt of how much medicine she has. She does have one, I believe two. She has two, so that's a relatively low dice pool for Madeline. She has 2 successes.
The pain that Madeline feels uh, is incredibly apparent. Uh, any attempts that you have tried to alleviate the most unbearable of the pains is doesn't really do much. Let's just say the pain and such that you feel is uh, growing. Any mortal being that experienced this kind of sensation would probably already be knocked out, I would think, just from the sheer from the pain itself.
Amidst all the screaming, um, because she will scream at this, Madeline will, at one point, try to find a knife, and at one point she is actually going to look down and probably give herself a C-section, essentially. Well, not a C-section, but let's just say mutilate herself in a way that would make certain things easier.
Thorvald's going to have a look. He does have some medicine, and he has seen a lot of babies been born. So, how is it? I mean, is it looking?
Uh,
Usually at this point of a woman screaming, it's because the head is being born, and that's like the.
uh, yeah, just give me a intelligence medicine for
Yeah, it's
that
a
because
really low.
yeah, but remember it's an unnatural birth. So I mean the medical your medicine stuff will work, but remember it's an unnatural birth, so things will be a little bit different.
Dice gods might like me. 9 and 7.
Uh, since Thorvald has seen children being born and things of that nature, the pain and such that is kind of resulting from Madeline, uh, it's very much like you're saying that it is the head crowning. Uh,
Thorvald moves from her side, uh, and he will go sort of between her legs to sort of try and assist with this. He's not going to cut her open just yet, but he is going to like make sure that the head gets crowned in the best way that he can.
okay,
This may involve cutting.
yes. Spoiler alert: this may involve some cutting. As Thorvald takes, I'm assuming one of his knives. I'm assuming.
He's got a very small knife.
And as you help Madeline uh, with the process, the very dim candles that you had kind of placed around begin to uh, kind of flow out. There's no wind, obviously, inside this cave, at least that you can think of anyway. and you can feel the presence of the entity previously as you are working your attempts. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't speak to you. It's like it doesn't even acknowledge your presence. It's looking at Madeline, but it's not acknowledging. It's almost as if Madeline isn't really there to it. It's like it's just waiting. And Madeline, give me a stamina roll, please. This is going to be, because I'm going to need you to soak some damage that's going to happen.
Oh, yeah, fortitude.
Does fortitude apply to this?
Yes, I will, because I could be mean and say no, that it's aggravated damage, but I'm not going to be that horrible.
I have one success.
Okay. This is the damage. So you're able to at least soak the one. You do feel something tearing at your insides, attempting to break out, but you're able to kind of withstand some of the pain of it. The entity again is again just kind of looking through you, and Thorvald, what you start seeing is this thing's head is coming out of Madeline's body. It is frothing with blood, visceral, I guess. It is a very unpleasant sight to see. There's no joy of birth in this in this thing.
He calmly looks at the creature. And looks up to Madeline. The head is born.
I will withstand it a little bit longer. As Madeline just looks at this thing coming out of her. She is managing a small smile, but that's about it.
Is it like furry or is it shadow based?
It looks very oily.
My hand
Like-
quite dangerously close to its mouth, FYI.
Yes. Because of that, thank you for telling me. Now I have to roll its bite. Let's see. That is 3. As it attempts 3 lethal.
Okay, let me see if I can soak it. Try fortitude right there.
If it's lethal, then yes.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember what my fortitude is. Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
It chomps into hardened flesh.
And as it chomps into your flesh, however hardened that it is, it continues to try and bite at your hand, like a ravenous dog does, fairly obviously. But in doing this, it actually gives you a great bit of monumentous opportunity, as that can help you pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to do that, you will have to give me. This will have to be a contested roll between the two of you,
Okay.
because yeah, it's going to be your strength, strength athletics, I think, or just a pure strength roll, whichever one you think applies. For Madeline, is going to be again another stamina roll, because yeah, you'll see why in a minute.
3 successes.
3 successes.
Very nice. You guys are on fire with this, having a baby thing. Amazing.
Team midwife.
And
Or
as Thorvald, as the beast again keeps biting upon your hand, you just kind of grip it, and you can. It's very strange how you touch it, because again it's very oily, it's very kind of shadowy, obviously, but there's some kind of solidity in it. So you kind of grab it, and you're pulling it out, and Madeline is kind of withstanding this very aggressive pulling of this thing. And the creature itself kind of struggles with you, Thorvald, to try and get itself out of there, until finally, after it's out, uh, essentially what Madeline has given birth to is something that is about the same height as you. It is a roughly a 6'6" shadowy beast.
Thorvald immediately, if he's got hold of this thing, he'll immediately direct it towards the body nearby, with its biting.
As you kind of trying to point at it, try to direct it.
No, I mean physically direct it.
Oh, physically direct it.
There you go.
Okay, no, that's fine. As you kind of pull along its the kind of body of the creature, it very much like a dog that doesn't want to go somewhere, kind of tugs on you, and it's snarling, it's kind of frothing. It sounds incredibly horrifying, because it's that mixture of kind of beast and kind of child. It's like literally a baby and like a growling dog kind of mixed together. It's very horrifying sounding. As you bring it towards the sacrifice, as it sees the body itself, it actually kind of it tugs away from you and begins consuming the body. You hear the crunching and the flesh being slowly consumed, and the entity again, the demon, the creature, uh, as it looks upon the birthed child, its horrible mouth smiling rather widely, speaks. Magnificent.
Thorvald stands protectively in front of Madeline.
Madeline will just begin to get up on her feet. She'll probably not do so because she is still in a bit of pain.
Yes.
She'll just grab over to the satchel and take out some small vials that she has taken from her herd. She brought them with her and begins to drink from it. And begin to sating that hunger that is within, that she has endured for probably a couple of days, close to a week maybe.
Yes.
She begins to sate that hunger, but as soon as she's gotten a little bit in, she will get to her feet and begin to cover the wounds still present. Yes, she will get up to the monster, and she will. Oh, it's both monsters. She will just go over and slightly pet the thing that is feasting.
As you pet at it, it turns its face towards you and growls like in that horrible kind of baby uh, dog sound. And it thinks that you're attempting to eat its food, much like like any dog does. The the entity.
She will put her hand next to its mouth so to control it. So it's not going to bite her, and it's going to let out. She's going to open and let out a little bit of blood and feed it her blood, just a little bit of
uh, as you do so, dripping the blood down. It drinks, it licks of the blood, but it doesn't seem to necessarily react to it right away. At the very least, it seems more concerned with the fleshy body, and as you've seen the a nice decent chunk in that very short amount of time it's been eating. About the right side of the body, torso wise, has been consumed. Even the bones have been eaten.
Madeline turns, smiles to both Torvald and the entity that has once again appeared. Says, our child has quite an appetite. And she turns to the monster and does her best bow, still being in pain.
Yes. All of Lilith's brood hungers. All of her children must eat. This one. This one must eat for a few more weeks before it can begin its duty, its existence. It looks at your body, the mangled parts. That did she cover it up, or is she still like rather exposed? I should ask.
She is still somewhat exposed.
Okay. It goes. Soon, soon, you can continue. Your body is like a vessel made of bone. It will always be usable again, no matter how much it breaks.
As the mother teaches and guides, the more it breaks, the more it succumbs to pain, the stronger it will become. The stronger I will become.
And so stronger shall Mother Bee. The one who failed. She still lingers within. Her pain, her lesson, continues within me. I cannot wait. I cannot wait until yours begins anew.
Would it be possible for you to return her to me? I would gladly continue her lessons. I am quite certain that you have many important things that our mother commands.
As oh goodness. As you say that, you see its mouth, and actually a whole bunch of mouths actually kind of start popping out of its body. The various teeth and fangs and such that had consumed and kinda. You see it begin releasing this kind of crimson phlegm, I guess. Very much like a bile, very thick, very disgusting, I should say. And even though this various phlegm kind of coagulates and such as it comes apart, soon enough you do see the actual body of Nkinda within it, as the entity basically cuts it open and Nkinda takes in a very large kind of breath, as if it's been kind of deprived. It's been incredibly deprived of air, and she begins kind of drinking or consuming, I should say, the crimson phlegm. And again, the entity looks to Madeline. This one cannot breed, but she may be of use. Yes. A protector. Yes.
I will return with flesh for the child.
The entity turns to you, Thorvald. Yes. Feed it. Breed. Create. Destroy. Liberate. Enslave. Do as children of the first murderer does. His great grandchildren. I wonder his feelings to this dark union. And it raises its hand, and it says in a very deep voice,
Madeline just kneels and nods and gets up again. And yeah, she will just look down at Mother. Is she? She's not gotten up yet, right?
No, she's been essentially she's been drinking, eating the vitae that's been kind of given to her, so that she can function. It was not fun in that mouth in that place. I'll tell you that much. Not that she would
Uh,
have minded. Not that she
yeah.
minded.
Madeline's has a vague idea what's probably been going on for the better part of a week.
Claude sort of supersedes this and picks Mother up. Turns. He looks back to the creature and to the child and nods before he starts to walk.
Yeah, the two of them will leave their newborn child. This thing is quite capable of taking care of itself.
And yes, as the two of you begin to leave, most of the body has been consumed. The only thing that is left is the feet. Basically, everything's been eaten by this thing. And as you both leave, you just hear this sound. It's a howl, a wolf's howl. But again, it's that horrible mixture of child and wolf thing kind of meshed together as the entity. And Mother and Kinda are left to basically monitor this thing to keep it placated in the darkness.
Okay.
Madeline, just before leaving, she will just say to Mother, I have taken it upon myself to further your education. And we will speak later of the services I have given and will give to you. I don't know if she can understand, but she's essentially saying that Mother owes her. One can.
I'm fairly certain that Mother understands what you're saying, but she's moving very much like uh, how a midwife does. She is keeping an eye upon the child uh, as the entity is kind of watching to see what the newborn child of Lilith does with its time now within the mortal plane.
And as the two new parents, Madeline radiating in the fact she has given birth again, something that was told to her for 50 years, most of her own life, was completely impossible. She is now defied. She is beaming with pride as she will begin to exit. She has Thorvald. She's by her side. She holds his hand. And she's actually singing. Thorvald, you will notice that Madeline has a fairly good singing voice, actually.
He's rarely heard her sing.
This would be the first time, I think.
He puts his head on top of hers and kisses it gently.
While once they've gotten away from it, they will take a pause at one point. Madeline will sing to her love, and the two will share in the moment of what has just transpired. And with that, I believe that the scene will come to a close. Thank you very much, players, for playing, watchers for watching. Good night.